This defiant mother, lost in her choices, now faces a reckoning as the judge decides whether she find a way back or sink deeper into her mistakes.
Did you understand you're charged with evading arrest, detention in a vehicle?
If I may, Judge, she's been in jail for 5 months. She's had a lot of time to think about this, and I think she is prepared to make better decisions going forward.
All right, why did you take off?
I think I totally misunderstood when he handed me back my ID.
No, in the stipulations, it said you were causing a hazard. He came up to you and asked you what the problem was, and you told him you were out of gas. He asked you if you would need help with that, and then you'd sped off.
I just panicked. I really did just panic.
Why are you panicking?
I was just going through a lot with my children, with my husband.
Going through what?
I had just recently lost my job, and just a lot of stress.
And do you have a valid driver's license?
No, ma'am, I do.
Did you have a valid driver's license during this incident?
No, ma'am.
So why are you driving and you have no license?
I'll get my driver's license
and,
as soon as I get out of jail.
Why did you not have a license to begin with?
I just had not gone and renewed it.
All right, 3 years deferred adjudication. Court is calling 2024 CR 012617 State versus Jessica Nicole Doberman. Could I have Doberman?
Yes, ma'am.
Doberman.
Yes,
Could I
ma'am.
have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Agent Bettis.
Are you Miss Doberman? Counsel, have you received all discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes,
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you review the document entitled admonishments and waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with evading arrest, detention in a vehicle? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Doberman?
Yes.
Doberman, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review, counsel? I'm sorry, just 1 second. Counsel, has your client been able to confer with you and provide you defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her rights to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2024 AL 001123. There's to be restitution of $1,946.55 to Nina Lopez under 2024 AL 001123. What cause number is that for?
I don't understand your question.
What system What system is that from? Because it is not coming up on Odyssey, that AL. What is the AL for?
At large.
Ah, so it's,
It's an at-large case filed, I believe by SAPD with our office under review in our intake section. So for that, I would send an ICR to. the
okay.
Department, letting them know.
All right, that's all I needed. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea? I'm sorry, is that the
Oh,
plea?
yes, ma'am.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes,
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years, 200 hours of community service restitution, and you're not to operate a motor vehicle until you produce a valid driver's license. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no comment.
State, any evidence?
Standing exhibit 1 and attachment.
No objections.
And state, have you spoken to the complainant?
In 2024 AL 001123, yes, Judge.
All right, thank you.
He provided the restitution. Listed in the plea bargain.
All right, thank you. You may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes,
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
yes,
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witness statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony.
yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right, why did you take off?
I think I totally misunderstood when he handed me back my ID.
No,
we
in
were
the
done.
stipulations, it said you were causing a hazard. He came up to you and asked you what the problem was, and you told him you were out of gas. He asked you if you would need help with that, and then you'd sped off.
I just panicked. I really did just panic.
Why are you panicking?
I was just going through a lot with my children, with my husband.
Going through what?
I had just recently lost my job and I just a lot of stress.
All right, and this money that they're saying you owe to Nina Lopez, who is Nina Lopez to you?
I believe she resides in the same apartment complex.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you're saying you believe. How do you know her and why do you owe her $1,946.55?
Honestly, so I had my truck in reverse and I tapped her vehicle,
Okay.
her hood of her vehicle.
And do you have a valid driver's license?
No, ma'am, I do.
Did you have a valid driver's license during this
No,
incident?
ma'am.
So why are you driving and you have no license? Well, I mean, we know that you know, but why are you driving without a license?
I just had went to the corner store to put gas. I know I should not have been driving.
If I may, Judge, she's
Yes.
been in jail 3, 4 months?
5 months.
5 months. She's had a lot of time to think about this. I think she is prepared to make better decisions going forward. She did not like her stay at all.
No, and I will
and-
get my driver's license
and,
as soon as I get out of jail. I don't have anything.
Why did you
stopping
not
me.
have a license to begin with?
I just had not gone and renewed it.
All right. Do you have any children?
I do. I have a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 5-year-old that I have full custody of.
All right. So who's taking care of them?
My husband, who's out.
All right. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. The court is going to order parenting classes, 3 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Of course, no contact with Nina Lopez. There's to be no driving until further notice. So if you want to drive a vehicle, then you need to come to the court and ask permission. And of course, if you come to the court and ask permission, I'm going to want to see your license.
Yes, ma'am.
So there's to be no driving unless approved by the court. Proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you, Your
welcome.
Honor.
This lost soul, consumed by his struggles, faced the judge, who offered nothing but a harsh reminder of his choices.
Sir, how old are you?
65.
All right, no good can come of this using, no good is living on the street. I understand that people are homeless, but there are plenty of places that you can live at. And when you're homeless, you know, it's sad to say, but you can't be choosy, right? Some people say, I don't want to stay at the Haven for Hope, or I don't want to stay here, but that's all that's available, right? And if you have a problem, which it appears you have, you don't want to be that person that I end up, or somebody says, hey, Judge Boyd, did you see this in the news? And it's you in the news and somebody's identified your body. There are so many free places they have in San Antonio now where you can go live and have your issues addressed. But you've got to reach out to want that. If you don't, nobody can help. Okay? All right, the court was sentenced you to 156 days in the Bear County Jail.